Hello, online pipe community. Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. It is Cobb Tuesday. I've got my Cobb Tuesday cob. Got my Cobb Tuesday hat. Today's cob is a Missouri Meerschaum Volcano. And in it, I have some Sutliff match walnut. Another sample given to me by Average John. Now, Sutliff walnut is kind of a kitchen sink blend. It's got everything you've heard of, maybe something that you haven't. Burley's, Virginia's, Cavendish, Perique, Latakia, Maryland. You ever had Maryland? I'm not sure I had before this. Orientals. It's got a little bit of everything in it. Now that might tend to overwhelm your palate. My sniffer is not so great, so I don't smell all of those things in this. What I'm getting on first impression here is I'm getting some burley. I'm getting a little sweetness, whether that's the Virginia and or the Cavendish, and there's some sour to it. So the Orientals are coming through for me. It's a good blend. We'll see if it burns dry and cool all the way down. So far, no gurgle. The dryness, moisture content of the sample itself was just about spot on, perfect. Out of the little foil bag that he had sealed it in, but hard to tell if that corresponds to the moisture content when it gets shipped to you. Good stuff, though. I am enjoying that. Craig over at Hiking Pipes. He's having a 500 sub gaw. Craig, hey, congratulations. Well deserved. You put out interesting content. You're a nice, likable guy. Your channel's going to keep growing. Now he's doing a giveaway. I'm not entirely sure what the difference is between not entering the giveaway and saying I'm in but I defer. Either way, I got too much crap the way it is. Let somebody else win, however that works. But what he asked us was if we had a 7-day road trip to make from home, where would we go? What would we see? Well, that wasn't too hard for me. Talking too much, not tending the flame. Because not far from where I live is one of my absolute favorite pieces of creation, and that is the Blue Ridge Parkway area, the Blue Ridge Mountains, and the Shenandoah National Park area. Those two meet up together. See, if I were to head straight west from where I live, I'd run into Cherokee, North Carolina, which is the southern end of the Blue Ridge Parkway. That'd take me 5 hours or so. So I'd probably spend that first night right there, resting up, maybe do a little gambling in the casino. See if there are any Native American, dance, traditional dance things being done, so that we could go enjoy that. Educate ourselves a little. Now the next day I would head straight up north up the Blue Ridge Parkway, and the Parkway is relatively slow. It would take us about 6 hours. We'd get up to Blowing Rock in North Carolina. Now Blowing Rock is a fun little town. It's neat. Now it's pricey. Yeah, it's very touristy now. It's got some good restaurants. Lots of nice, cute little shops that my wife likes. And we would spend an extra day there. Then we would get back on the road, and we'd had another roughly 6 hours driving north from there, and you're in Roanoke. Now, this is my town because this is the home of Milan tobacconists. It also happens to be where Onion lives, and if he was amenable, we would drop in and say hi. some good restaurants and beer in Roanoke. A little visit to the Mass General Store and Milan Tobacconist, which happened to be right next to each other, just across the street. And we would be back on the road. We'd spend a day there. My wife and I love Roanoke. Now, when you get up to Afton, Virginia, this is where the Blue Ridge Parkway ends. And right there, Skyline Drive, which takes you up through Shenandoah National Park, begins. Now, Skyline Drive is not quite as long. It's about 105 miles, and it would take probably 3.5 hours just drive time, plus however many stops you make for the scenic views along the way. But that ends up in Front Royal, Virginia, and we'd head up there, spend the night. Then the next day we would shoot over to Warrenton and head straight down Highway 15, because that cuts right through the heart of central Virginia and runs right by our house. So we would just head on 15 all the way back down here into North Carolina, and that would be my 1 week road trip. Just a beautiful loop through some of the most gorgeous country in all of creation. Well, I hope y'all have some kind of a fun road trip you'd like to do. If not, consider doing mine. Whatever you do, light something you like. Enjoy that afternoon.